everybody, what's up? Welcome to today's video. And today we're going to be talking about dotted notes. Yes, dotted notes. Something that we can do to add a little more variety and spice into just straight lines when we're playing guitar solos and things along those lines on our blues progressions, okay? But look, before we get into it, I do want to thank everybody who has subscribed already. Thank you for the turnout on that. It's really helping us tremendously out here on YouTube and Rumble. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those little things really go a long way to help the channel continue to grow. And with that said, let's get into it, okay? Now, dotted notes are when one note will last a little longer than the other note. Okay, like technically it's half its duration longer. And I got this idea from dotted eighth notes, which is kind of a jazz thing. You know, in jazz, the dotted eighth note, that kind of a sound, right? Of one note lasting a little bit longer, or technically half its duration longer than the other note, is a vehicle of movement. You know, to say something going through a progression, a blues progression, or, you know, or any kind of guitar solo, let's put it that way, melody, you know, lines, scale stuff, okay? Now, if you were to get used to this concept, right, to get used to this concept, you want to be thinking about having a note lasting half its duration longer than the other note. Now, it doesn't have to just be eighth notes, okay? It can be quarter notes, it could be all kinds of notes, dotted triplets. There's all kinds of things you can do. But to get into the swing of things, let's just look at it as a dotted eighth note right now. So I'm going to put on the click box here and show you, well, how would you play a dotted eighth note before we get into it, right? So there's our tempo. I have this set at like 72 BPM. But if we're going to count an eighth note in there, there's going to be an end in between the numbers, which are going to be on the clicks. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And there's your eighth note. So if you were going to play like straight eighth notes, and let's see, today is it's a key of G. Key of G kind of day. So we're going to do our examples and everything in the key of G. So look, man, we got our clicker going. All right, what if we had a G major scale, right? Or a G major pentatonic, right? Here's your dotted eighth note. One note's lasting longer than the other. It's not a straight eighth note like this. Those are straight eighth notes. Those are dotted eighth notes. Okay? So as you can hear, right, that one eighth note is lasting half its duration longer than the other eighth note, so it gives you this bouncing effect, okay? Now, like I said, you can dot any type of a note. It could be a quarter note, it could be a triplet, it could be a dot in on 16th notes. You can do this however you want to, but the dotted eighth note is a good place to start. So this can be applied to any scale. It could be pentatonic scales, it could be diatonic scales, it could be any kind of scale. You can get this interesting stagger effect, basically. It gives it a bit of a broken flow, right? Which keeps things from sounding like static and like scale running, you know, because we don't want to sound like we're running a scale when we're taking a guitar solo on our blues progressions, our 12 bars or whatever, right? Country, doesn't matter what style, you don't want to sound like you're running scales. So check it out. Let's get some audio examples, right? So that you can hear what this sounds like in action and get an idea of how this can help your playing, right? How you can pull this into your playing. Okay, let's check it out. So as we can hear, right, the dotted eighth note puts some space in between the notes. It breaks things up from sounding like we're just playing a scale when we're taking a guitar solo. It adds more variety, it adds more spice, and gives us more avenues of expression when we're rocking out on a blues guitar solo. Okay, and until next time, all right, enjoy this concept and enjoy playing your guitar. Peace.